So let me take you guys in. So it's good to see me and you, right? We're all one. And my topic today is awakening to oneness. And let me just tell you that all this week, Spirit has just been saying, that's a big topic, awakening to oneness. So I like to learn through visuals, so I brought visuals with me. I'll share that with you. And I also do it through story, because I really want us to understand what oneness is. I think it's important because we're living in exciting times. Now, anybody that tells you, oh, these are horrible times, okay, you can listen to them, but also listen to this. These are exciting times. And I'll tell you why. Because a long time ago, we were in this energy space, this frequency, and it was called love. And from love, everything was created from that. It's actually called the love frequency. It's a thing. It's 528 hertz is the love frequency. So everything came from that frequency. Everything was created, meaning we were created into matter. But first we started out as love frequency. All of us were one love frequency. So in the Bible it says that we were made in the image and likeness of God. We possess the love frequency. Everything is created from the love frequency. So we were this one thing. And then there was this voice that said, okay, there's going to be polarity on this planet that I'm going to create. Who wants to go down and make it into one again? And even though we didn't have hands, we raised our hand. We didn't have hands yet, but we volunteered. We said, I'm going to go down there. This is going to be easy. There's going to be all these different sides, and we're just going to be love frequency. We're going to bring it all together into harmony. This is going to be great. So we've been waiting for that. And now it's here. That's why this is an exciting time. Because we wouldn't be here if we didn't know how to use the love frequency and be the love frequency ourselves. We would not be on the planet now if we did not have the purpose of bringing polarity into oneness. That's exciting. Woohoo! We get to do this. It's not like, all right, let's do it. No, we were excited about this. We were like, yeah, we can do this, no problem. So when you hear messages of, oh, woe is me, doomsday, those are people who forgot who they are. We are the love frequency. We're going to look different. We're going to have a different gender. We're going to have different hair. We're going to have different melanin. We're going to be different sizes. But we're the love frequency, made in the image and likeness of God, meaning we have the same power to create. To create what? To bring it to wholeness. Again. It's not like it's never been that way. It is that way. We're all connected. Let me show you a graph, because I showed this the last time I was here. This is a frequency graph. This tells you that above courage is a really good thing. You can really create above courage. Below courage, we know what that is. That's polarity. I'm going to get you to hate somebody. I'm going to get you to be angry with somebody. I'm going to get you to not like this and not like that. What happens? You have two sides, and you have to pick a side. That's polarity. But in the beginning, there was no side. There's only the circle. You ever been in a circle and try to choose a side? You can't. We're all a unified field of love, and that's where we create from. That's what God creates from. We were created in that love frequency. We can't be anything but love, folks. We can't. We can pretend, we can be hypnotized, we can download certain programming that tells us about this, but it's not true. We're connected. Indigenous people have always known that. They say that the sky is connected, the wind is connected, the river's connected to me. I am the river, I am the eagle. There's no separation. And this is the love frequency. This is what we're all called to reunite into oneness. That's who we are. Now, I want to show you another quote. Now, this is a deeper, more beautifully worded quote that you can spend your lifetime meditating on. But actually, this is telling you who you are. So it's not Karmen, it's not Mary, it's not Diane, it's not Mel. It's saying that our souls, as fractals of the one life, are reflections of this life. So a fractal. Let's look at it as a mirror. We are all mirrors of the one life. The one life is the love frequency. We are reflections of this life, meaning that everything that we come into contact with, if we know who we are, it's going to reflect back to us what? The love frequency. Because if there's only one God, one love, one creation, really, everything that we're going to come in contact is going to reflect back to us who we think we are. So if we're full of hate, guess what we're going to reflect back? We're going to experience more hate, more separation. But when we know who we are and we embody it, that means that we're going to experience the reflections of this life. We're going to experience more love. To be in harmonic resonance with the greater life is to embody the essence of divine love. That means to know from foot to head that we are love frequency, part of the divine. Not even part, we are the divine. Now that gets weird because a lot of us have been raised to think that divine is outside of us, that God is somewhere else. But really, when you really understand this, not just understand it intellectually, but you drop it down into your heart, and then you begin to know it, that that is who I am, that I am love walking into Walmart, that I am love disciplining my kids, that that is who I am, then what is going to be reflected back to you is that love frequency. And you're not going to experience division or polarity because you have become the one. You've heard that, be the one? I have it on my license plate. And I got that from my favorite movie, which is The Matrix. So anybody know about the Matrix movies? Okay, we've got maybe some fans, some super fans, and people that have never seen it. So I'm going to try to explain it as best I can, because that movie talks about the one and being the one. And really, all of us are the one. But there's this character called Neo, which is just one scrambled. Right? We're all confused. So he's named Neo, but he's the one. He doesn't know it yet, and a lot of us don't know it. But those of us who know who we are, we're here to awaken that in ourselves, and by doing that, it awakens it in others. And really, there are no others. It's just one frequency. You see how even our English language talks about separation? It's so hard to talk about oneness. It's like the other person, oh, you know, that other, you know, there. Well, you know, them. it's really one thing. And it's the wool that's been pulled over our eyes to make us see separation when there is no separation. So in this movie, Neo, the scene that I'm going to show you, he goes through an hour of being confused and not knowing and doubting. But then at the end, something happens. These beings that he thought were outside of him, that were his enemy, he begins to see everything as one, as connected. Now, before he sees that, he is breathed into with love, unconditional love, divine love energy. He is inhaling that. And then he wakes up to oneness. That's why my talk is called Awakening to Oneness, because we're all sleepwalking. And then at some point, through spiritual practice, through a knock on the head, whatever it is, we wake up to who we truly are, this love frequency. So he wakes up to that. And nothing that he believed before this love infusion is true. So he believed that bullets could harm him. You know, we might believe that if we believed that matter was separate from the love frequency. But when he wakes up, he sees that everything that he thought could harm him cannot touch him. Do you know that nothing can harm the love frequency? Because we're not really this. This is what you see. This is matter that was created from the love frequency. But we cannot die. Love lasts forever. You've heard that before. This love frequency is eternal. So when you know that you are eternal, you fear nothing. But when you really think that this is all there is, you're kind of afraid of everything. And you're afraid somebody can take something from you. But in the love frequency, nothing can be added or taken away from you. You are divine as you are, whole as you are. And the delusion is that we're separate, that we have something to lose, and all of that is false. It is something we've been fed since we were infants, but it's not true. So let me show you this scene from The Matrix, and in sci-fi, you can really explain these unexplainable things a lot easier. So in The Matrix, we understand that when we wake up to our oneness, we are invincible. So let's play the scene.
Now get up.
He is the one.
Now, there is a meaty piece to this that you just witnessed, and this is where we perceive something that is different than us. Let's call it an enemy that we've created in our mind. And when we see them as us, as just mirroring back who we think we are, but we transform ourselves to oneness, that being becomes full of light. You saw that in the Matrix, where when he went inside of that perceived enemy, it had to be transformed into what he is, full of light. Now, this is a deep teaching. Are you ready for that teaching? Because a lot of us have people that we don't like. Some of us have people in our family that is just so oppositional to us that we have considered them enemies. Or we watch social media or the news, and they want you to pick an enemy. They want you to be in opposition. They want you to choose a side. But if you know who you are, what you do is say, oh, that's me. And who am I? I am that I am. I am the love frequency. And everything that I see, feel, and touch is reflecting back to me that same love frequency. So let me tell you what I did when I do that. I go inside the person or the thing that they want me to choose a side on, and I make it a circle. I infuse my divinity into my divinity, because there's no separation. Can you wrap your head around that? Or does it need to drop into your heart? Because your logical mind cannot make sense of that. This is a divine teaching that only your heart recognizes. Let's take a deep breath. Let's go into meditation, but I'm not going to do the meditation from a stage. I want to talk to you during the meditation about this deep teaching, that we are all one. That means that all of the separation, all of the things that we have been taught are there for us to transmute it into what we know to be true. There is only divine love. So let's take a deep breath. Let's close our eyes. I am that I am. I recognize this truth. I feel the comfort of knowing that I am here. To be the reflection of divine love. That I am here. We are here. We are privileged to be here. We are all divine. We are all precious representatives of the one, because we are the one. We give ourselves permission to be peace, to be love, to be unionizers of our own soul. Making that circle every day. We are not here to choose sides. We're here to love ourselves so deeply that we let everyone know their identity through our love. We are. I am. We love. Because that is who we are. So blessed to be here on this planet right now. We have our mission, which is to fall deeply in love, which is in our DNA. And because of quantum entanglement, what we do individually will always affect the whole. As we come into this realization, we recognize that we are the one. We are all the one. The one life, the one love, the one creation. We acknowledge this to be so. We affirm it within our soul. We let all of this be so. Let it be. And so it is. Thank you. And so it is.